Already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man. You could tap in and you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G's. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, and chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K, all right? Now, even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down, my G's, all right? Now, look, man, do me a favor, right? Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear for yours truly, Grown Man Business TV. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, you already understand this, all right? Now, listen, man. I got a lot of people in the DM. Yo, Big G and BTV, what's your perspective on this situation with Geechi Gotti? Like, what's your thought process on everything that's going on with the battle rapper Geechi Gotti? And I gotta say, man, it's absolutely nasty work. You understand what I'm saying? But I've been told y'all for a long time that these rappers are actors. You know what I'm saying? These celebrities are puppets. I've been telling y'all a long time, don't believe the hype. Never believe the hype, my G's. Never fall for the double cross. Always pay attention to the triple cross. You understand what I'm saying? So I sat back and I looked at these receipts and I looked into this situation with Geechi Gotti, and I said to myself, you know, the downloads have downloaded. The downloads absolutely have downloaded. So this not going to be a long, drawn-out conversation. We're going to bait the algorithm, right? Because we're gonna get deep, wicked, and it's always going to be deeper than rap tonight. Tonight around 11 o'clock, we going live again. And we're going to talk about Rock Nation, Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, DJ Vladimir, right? But for right now, we're going to bait the algorithm. And it's going to be a message in the madness. Oh, it's always a message in the madness with this situation with Geechi Gotti, all right? Now, Geechi Gotti got arrested out there in Ohio. Him and about 4 or 5 of his homies, you know what I'm saying, Nutty Block Crips. Yeah, they went out there on a heist. Police ran down. We're going to talk about this, all right? Now, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But, you know, I don't show no mercy to these so-called hooligans, these jail dudes. I don't show no mercy. And this ain't gonna be no different. All right? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But I got a lot of clips in my DM. You know, Geechi Gotti. I got clips from the homie Zippy. And we're gonna talk about all of this. Feel me? Goods, the animal. I got clips from Hassan Campbell. I mean, it's a lot of people talking about what's going on with Geechi Gotti. And it's a lot of people, you know, sugarcoating the content, sugarcoating the message. You know what I mean? Stepping on, yeah, y'all stepping on the dope. So this is not going to be a long, drawn-out live stream, but we are going to bait the algorithm, and we're going to get right to it. Now, you already know, before I get any deeper into this situation, I gotta do some customizations to the chat. Yeah, the higher ups and the elites, they're always playing chess at the highest level. They're always, you know, shadow banning the channel, trying to muffle the message. The higher ups and the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is an absolute threat to the establishment. Not only that, not only am I a threat to the establishment, right? But the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. We got to do some customizations to the chat, and we're going to get right into the situation with Geechi Gotti. All right, now, salute to everybody that's in here. Y'all already know what time it is. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button when y'all come in here. Y'all already know what to do. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. You know, Geechi Gotti, man, he should be embarrassed. He should be ashamed of himself. You know what I'm saying? And again, right? Accountability has to be taken. You know what I'm saying? As grown men, we got to stand on grown man business, and we got to talk about this. And sometimes it's not going to be the most, you know, it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be a situation where it's comfortable to talk about. You know what I mean? And just because it's an uncomfortable conversation doesn't mean that we're kicking you while you're down. Having the uncomfortable conversation doesn't mean that we are attacking you or we are kicking you while you down. It might feel like that, but that's not necessarily what it is. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we really gotta, it's nasty work. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna have a full-on conversation about this. Um, it just is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G's. Now look, man, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat, right? You see that right there. Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, using your Twitter fingers to do what your Twitter fingers like to do, all in the comment section, using your Twitter fingers and all that, twittering and twittering all in there with the Twitter fingers and all of that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear for yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, the realest channel on YouTube. You already know where you at. All right, now let's talk directly about this. Geechi Gotti. Geechi Gotti and a few of his nutty block gang member Crips were out there in Ohio allegedly committing crimes and robbing pharmacies, right? For pills and lean and other drugs so that they could take these same very drugs and sell them in the community, sell them to whoever is willing to buy them. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Geechi is if you want to call it a famous battle rapper. Geechi Gotti has used battle rap in the URL platform to become a household name. And I mean that in a literal sense. Geechi Gotti is a household name. When you say Geechi Gotti, majority of the time somebody knows exactly who you talking about. Okay. And with all that fame, right? All that recognition, not adding up to dollars, Geechi Gotti has fallen into a trap, leading him right back to private prison. Okay. Now, a lot of people in my DM are saying, yo, Smack didn't do this, Smack didn't do that, X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, this is grown man business. And grown men take accountability for their actions. Grown men can't lean on what other grown men are doing. You got to be held accountable. Okay. Now, before we go deeper into this, I just want to give you some more context, right? Like, Jazz the rapper is a battle rapper. She's a female, and she opened up a GoFundMe. $10,000 they are trying to raise for Geechi Gotti's lawyer. Now, I needed to put all that out there because, when you listen to these battle rap, you hear these guys talking about guns and money and drugs and hustling and gang shit. And they talking all this bravado. You understand? When you listen to these rap songs, they talking about getting money, hustling, coming up out the ghetto, getting money, stacking money. But when it's time to actually go to court, they got to GoFundMe for a goddamn lawyer. And that's one of the main reasons this needed to. I gotta say this because it's a lot of youngsters that fall under my voice. It's a lot of men that respect my opinion and my angles when it come to this. You understand what I'm saying? So it's my obligation to speak directly to the nastiness of this situation. And it's not just Geechi Gotti. It's the majority of these puppets, these rappers, these hooligans, these jail niggas that get up on these platforms and talk like they got it. Get up on these platforms and talk about everything except what really matters. And then soon as the tables turn, as soon as those dog fur having Caucasoids run down on you, now it's yes, sir, and no, sir. Now it's yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. Oh, yeah, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I kept the receipts. I kept the receipts. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. And we're gonna segue into these angles because the homie Zippy in one of these clips is saying, we should celebrate niggas coming home from jail. And I'm gonna tell you why we should never celebrate no man coming home from prison. There is no celebration when you come home from prison. Come home from prison, get to it, do the work, become whatever you want to become successful. But us celebrating you surrendering to that white man, we ain't ever gonna celebrate that. We ain't never gonna celebrate that because a lot of you dudes act like y'all went to war. A lot of you dudes act like y'all are soldiers and somehow you are a prisoner of war. No, that's not how it goes down. Zip with the Drip, Geechi Gotti, and any other of these jail dudes on this internet, you know what they did? They put their hands behind their back and they allowed the police to put handcuffs on them. They didn't fight. They didn't go to war. They didn't do nothing but submit. That's what they did. They submitted. They surrendered. Real warriors know there is no surrender and there is no retreat. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't get celebrated for putting your hands behind your back, spreading your legs, letting that man put them handcuffs on you. You don't get celebrated for that. Oh, and I got the receipts. Yeah, Geechi Gotti. When that police officer told Geechi Gotti to lay down, put your face in the dirt, guess what Geechi Gotti did? He laid down and he put his face in the dirt. When that man told Geechi Gotti to put his hands behind his back, guess what Geechi Gotti did? He put his hands behind his back. So all that battle rap shit, all that gangster talk, all that nutty block crip, oh, we're going to talk about the nutty block crips. It all changes when them white boys come around. And you know, again, it's gonna sound how it sound, and you could take it how you want to take it. I ain't got no beef with nobody, but you not gonna get on this internet talking like you a hooligan. But then when them white boys told you to put your hands behind your back and interlock your fingers, you put your hands behind your back and you interlock your goddamn fingers. See, you need to know something. You got to know something. You got choices. Even hooligans, gang members, thugs, y'all niggas got choices. When them white boys run down on you, you got choices. Multiple choice questionnaire. You could do A, B, C, or D. You could surrender. Let the white boy put handcuffs on you and go do 20 years in prison. Or you could fight. You could fight the police. You could draw weapons on the police. You could go to war with the police. And Geechi Gotti, Zippy with the Drippy, and any of these other fake ass thug hooligan niggas, you know what they all chose to do? They chose to surrender and retreat. So you don't get celebrated for surrendering to the police. You don't get celebrated, my nigga, for allowing, because that's what y'all all do. Y'all, you know what? How about this? Let's get into one of these receipts. And yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat. A lot of people asking, you know what I'm saying? I'm still recovering, but I wanted to get into this because I want to bait the algorithm. Oh, we going live tonight. We're gonna talk about DJ Vladimir, Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, Troy Ave, Tory Lanez. We're going to talk about what's going on. But right here, right now, what y'all got to understand is there is no future in the street. There is no future. That shit is dead. It been dead for a long time, my G's. I'm talking back when I was young, when we used to believe these rappers. We used to believe the thugs. You know why them niggas all went to prison? You know why all the hard niggas, the gangster niggas, the hooligans, they all go do 20 years in prison? It's because when them white boys come around, they are no longer hooligans. When them white boys come around, they bend, break, and fold, my G. When them white boys come around, it's yes, sir, and it's no, sir. And I'm sorry to bust your bubble. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't mind being the bearer of bad news. Zippy with the Drippy is the same thing. All that screaming on the internet, all that gangster, hooligan, thug talk. When them white boys came around, guess what Zippy did? He put his hands behind his back. He got on his knees. And he did exactly what them white boys told him to do. Yes, sir. No, sir. Okay? So Geechi Gotti don't get no pass on this. Yeah, I heard Geechi Gotti rap songs in his battle rap. And you know what? Let's get into this. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, we ain't gonna stay long on this one. I'm gonna give y'all a clean hour of power, and then I'm gonna prepare myself. I'm gonna recharge my energy for this live stream tonight because it's gonna get wicked. Yeah, it's gonna get deep, it's gonna get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And we gotta talk about this. Okay? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Let's see what we got here, man. Let's see exactly what we got going on. Nasty work. Yeah, listen, highly disappointed in Geechi. Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. I would have rather you went to war with the police. I would have rather you stood on that business. You know what? How about this? Let's get into it. Big salute to the chat. Now, before we get into the video footage from the police, before we get into the footage of Geechi Gotti getting down, laying down, and staying down, bending, breaking, and folding, before we get into the video of Geechi Gotti, I want to show y'all how it sounds when they talking this talk. I want to show y'all a receipt right here of Geechi Gotti admitting and already talking about robbing pharmacies. So now you can start to understand why there is no sympathy. It ain't no free Gotti. We ain't talking, nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. That ain't how it go. And when you get out, ain't no celebrations. Okay, your ass better get back in that ring and go to get the battling. You better call smack when you... Yeah, you know what? Let's get into this. Yeah, talk to the people, Gotti. Look.
Always hear about me robbing the Walgreens, and at the time they get it. They're like, "What you in there doing, man? They got like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. You dig what I'm saying? At the time, we in there trying to get the pills. You feel me? The lean, everything. That's what these is doing. That's what they popping. That's what they on. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what's popping was like. So we go get it. We booming. I done already did this before. You know what I'm saying? Like this so it was second nature.
So you a pharmacy robber. You rob pharmacy.
Yeah, nah. I ain't gonna say I do. Listen, I did at that time. Yeah, that's over too. Like I ain't doing that no more. I'm rapping. You did what I'm saying? But at that time, smacking them wasn't really looking out like that. I wasn't really get too much.
So now, is it the old school way, like, or it's going in there while it's closed?
Yeah.
The closed one?
Yeah.
Or the old school?
I ain't old school. I ain't Jack Boy. I ain't that crazy. Get out there still getting dirty. But me, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you know, that's what that was at that time. You know what I'm saying?
So you had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? For sure, man. We would have been good. Like, we already counting the money. You know what I'm saying? We already done bought 10 chains and 2 cars and all kind of.
How they caught you?
All right, so then y'all gonna laugh, man. Probably now at the end of the day, like, okay, so like I say, man, we done already bust this move, right? On the real, we done already bust this move. We gone. We done already did this before. This like second nature. Now we really at the end of the day, we supposed to been done, turned it in, went put stuff, do what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But we just so happen to still be kind of like joyriding, kind of handling our business on some other. And a motherfucker end up getting pulled over for like some whole miscellaneous speed and. You dig what I'm saying? Like on the freeway, way somewhere else, ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So when they giving a little ticket about some whole other they end up going searching in the car and all that. You dig what I'm saying? And then they seeing all this. Now they don't know what's going on because this ain't happening in their jurisdiction or nothing like that. They ain't no Walgreens got robbed in the city where this is, so they don't know what's going on. They just take us down for like suspicion and motherfucking possession. You feel what I'm saying? Possession of a gang of narcotics. Eventually, though, the city who it was end up catching up and calling around, and you know what I'm saying? Coming and trying to put their stamp on it. Like, nah, them got to be the same up. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we lost way out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we end up going to jail. The outcome of the case, like we all just had to take like a year on the real. Eventually, on the hood. Well, that's why I had to hit it again. I had already hit licks before. When Smacking them met me, I already had the big chain on me, the bands, and all the little shit from the licks. But by the time, nigga, this 6 months later, I'm back broke off Walgreens, and at the time they get it. They're like, "What you in there doing, man? They got like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. You dig what I'm saying?"
Ooh, now we gonna play that receipt again, but You got to know something for a lot of you newcomers that's new to the channel, because we are growing. You know, we are definitely making our way to the top, right? Oh, it's definitely going to be solution. This channel is solution based. You understand? So don't ever get it confused like we just going to be up here giving you this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. Oh, it's pure dope. So you're going to feel like I'm kicking him when he's down. It's going to feel a certain way. But this how it got to be delivered, okay? And it's also solution based. Now, this receipt right here is Geechi Gotti a long time ago telling the whole world how he got his money, what him and his gang member friends like to do, how they got the chains, how they got the Benzes, how they got financially stable is because they've been robbing pharmacies. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I don't know why y'all act like the feds ain't paying attention. I tell y'all all the time, the higher ups and the elites, they in the chat, they on the channel, they watching, they paying attention. But you dudes get up here and y'all give elaborate descriptions of crimes that y'all committed already, as if crimes that y'all got away with, as if there wasn't a paper trail. You know, he basically just broke down exactly what he just got caught for. Okay? And you'll notice in this next receipt, the police say, we know exactly who y'all are. Y'all been robbing pharmacies. How you think they know that? You think they ain't see this video right here? Oh, okay. You smart. You too smart for your own good. Okay? This is why there is no sympathy. You shoot somebody, and then when the police come, you put your hands behind your back. You's a wankster. You ain't no gangster. You shoot somebody, and then when the police come, you don't shoot at the police. You got that pussy. You get on the internet and you break down step by step how you and your homies go up in pharmacies and steal. And now you surprised with you in jail again. You surprised that the federales was on your trail. Come on, you don't get celebrated for that. You don't get celebrated. Sorry. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But this is nasty work. And I wanna go a little bit deeper. I want you to peep the mannerisms of Geechi Gotti while he's telling this story. He's smiling. He's boasting and bragging. He feeling that bravado. He feel like he the man. He feel like he putting in work. He feeling confident. You know what I'm saying? He's delivering this message knowing that there's going to be people that take this content, ingest this content, and start thinking to themselves, man, I think I could do that. I think I could run up in a pharmacy. Matter of fact, it's a Walgreens right down the street from my house. If Geechi Gotti could do it, guess what? If Geechi Gotti could do it, I know I could do it. Lying, misleading. And that's why channels like Grown Man Business TV is so powerful, is because I speak directly against that. Well over 400 people in here. Hit the like button when you come into the channel, man. I speak directly against what Geechi Gotti represents. I speak directly against what Zippy with the Drippy represents. I speak against that. Okay? Now imagine this. Imagine Geechi Gotti took my advice and went and got some credentials. Imagine if Geechi Gotti, in between, battle rap, he went and got a CDL license. He went and got his endorsements. Imagine if Geechi Gotti, in between battle rap, he went and got his plumber certificate. He went and got his electrician's certification. Imagine if Geechi Gotti had credentials so that in between battle rap, he could make legitimate money. He could create and start a legitimate business. With his platform, with his recognition, with his fame and his fortune, he could build something. But see, when I tell these dudes that's the way, you know what they do? They say, I ain't getting the job. I ain't starting a business. I ain't getting no credentials. I'm a hooligan. And then as soon as the police come, now these hooligans is asking for donations. These hooligans is crying, saying that they going through hell while they was in prison. They want sympathy. They want a celebration. That's why me and these dudes really don't get along, is because I'm going to tell you the truth, my G. The streets is dead. Get your ass up and go to work, my G. Get your ass up and go study. Go get credentials. Go get some certifications under your belt, my G. Get your ass up and put the time in. Put the work in. But if you keep on doing the same thing you've been doing and expecting a different outcome, you the dummy, you the fool, you the sucker, you the lame. That's what you are. You went to jail already for robbing pharmacies. And instead of you getting out of jail and trying to figure out a legitimate way to get some money, you took your silly ass right back in them pharmacies, and now you looking at 15 to 50 years in prison. And you want somebody to celebrate you. Nah, homie, that ain't how it work. When it come to this grown man business, it take a lot more than doing 18 years in prison. Doing 18 years in prison is easy. That's easy math. That's easy work. They feed you 3 times a day. They bring your mail to you. They wash and fold your fucking clothes for you. They got a medical center in there. They got a dental assistance in there. You got dental health insurance and you got medical insurance when your silly ass is in prison. It's real easy. You ain't got to pay an electric bill. You ain't got to pay a water bill. You ain't got to pay a homeowners association bill. You ain't got to pay dental or medical. You ain't got to pay no goddamn bills. So you don't get no celebration. The solution is what I've been telling y'all for the longest. Go get credentials. But guess what Zippy with the Drippy did? He laughed at me. He told me, nah, this nigga driving trucks and all that. This nigga's a truck driver. Yo, I ain't getting no job. Why would I do that? You ain't got to get a job. You go get an electrician's certification, and then you start your own company. You go get your plumber's certification, and then you start a plumbing business, and you make millions of dollars doing it. But again, y'all wanna lie, and then y'all wanna live in this bravado only until that white boy run down on your ass. Now it's yes, sir, and it's no, sir. So you know what? Fuck it. I got the receipts. You see Geechi Gotti talking, cause we could get back to it. You know what? Talk to the people, Geechi. Look.
At the time, we in there trying to get the pills. You feel me? The lean, everything. That's what these is doing. That's what they popping. That's what they on. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what's popping with, like, so we go get it, we booming. I didn't already.
Let me say something to you. Let me say something to you. Now, I want to speak directly. Yes, it is. I'm telling you it is. I'm telling you that prison is easier than prison is easier. Okay? Living in prison and living in the real world ain't no comparison. You know, 18 years in prison, mind your business, do your time. That's all you got to do. 18 years in prison, mind your business and do your time. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, right? You ever notice that when dudes go to prison for a long amount of time, they build up a lot of weight? Them niggas get real big and they get real strong while they in prison. And then when they get released from prison, it don't take 90 days. They lose all that weight. They lose all that mass. When they get out of prison, right, and they come home to where it's supposed to be easy at, in 90 days, they go from big diesel ass, cocky, yeah, and then they turn to regular, look, them niggas get skinny. You know why? Because in the real world, ain't nobody feeding you 3 times a day. In the real world, ain't nobody sending you commissary money. In the real world, ain't nobody gonna bring you a bag. Ain't nobody gonna bring you the K2 in the weed so you could be good in there. In the real world, ain't nobody gonna help you, nigga. But in prison, you know, we get the J paying you. We get to sending that J pay money. You know, you got your grandmama, she's stuffing her pussy with that K2. You got your girlfriend, she got an asshole full of that dope. You understand what I'm saying? Now y'all got cell phones and all of that. When dudes is in jail, they eating real good. Worst come to worst, they got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's coming from the state, coming from the prison, coming from the county. You got 3 hots in the cot if you ain't got nothing else. So they get real big in prison. They get real stocky. You get to seeing them prison pictures. Them niggas be real. Them niggas be looking healthy in jail. You ever notice that? You ever notice they look real healthy while they in prison? And then they come home and in 90 days, them niggas done got skinny as hell. Because in the real world, and I'm going to tell you something. Mind your business and you won't have no problem with the guards. Have some respect, be polite, and you won't have no problem with the guards. All you got to do in prison is mind your business. They keep the lights on 24 hours a day. You got TV, you got Super Bowl, you got Thanksgiving dinner, you got Christmas dinner, you got New Year's. Jail ain't a bad place. Prison ain't a bad place. And I want to give you one more. I want to give you one more example because I saw you in the chat. Yo, 18 years in prison, it's real easy. Notice these same dudes that go to prison as gang members, thugs, and hooligans, they come out of prison Christians and Muslims. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your favorite YouTuber, Zippy with the Drippy, he was sex, money, murder when he went to jail. Guess what? He came out of there a Shiite Muslim. Zip with the Drip went to prison a goddamn gang member and came home a Shiite Muslim. Salaikum salam, ba'ama salam alaikum, nigga. A bean pie bacon Shiite Muslim. Shalaikum shalom to the assalamu alaikum, nigga. So prison ain't that bad. Prison ain't a bad place where you dudes go in there and find religion. You dudes go in there and find Jesus Christ. You dudes go in there and find Allah. Salaikum shalom to the shalom alaikum, nigga. So get into, stop it with that. Oh, prison is a bad place. You niggas go to prison and eat good. Smoking K2. You niggas go in there and you gain 30, 40, 50 pounds in muscle. But as soon as y'all come home, guess what? Y'all lose all that weight. Because guess what? Ain't nobody cooking you breakfast. You ain't got no wife, nigga. You ain't the head of your household. Ain't nobody cooking you breakfast in the morning. You ain't got lunch being served to you. You niggas is eating 4 wings and rice out there in New York City. Yeah, y'all, you go from 3 hots in a cot to 4 wings and rice, and you lose all that weight because it's real. In the real world, it's a real thing. Ain't nobody paying your light bill like in prison. You gotta pay your light bill. You gotta pay your motherfucking water bill. You gotta take care of your responsibilities. You gotta get your mail. You gotta wash your clothes. In prison, they do all of that for you. Yeah, nigga at the nigga at the Chinese spot getting rib tips and all of that. Yeah. Nigga went from 3 hots in the cot to 4 wings and rice and rib tips and wonder why you lost 60 pounds. So, as a grown man that's seen every aspect of this, that been on Rikers Island, been to jail, been to the tombs, been in the streets to becoming who I am today, I'ma tell you the truth. Jail is a cakewalk. You know how many homeless people beg and do crimes just so they can go to jail? You know how many homeless people will go out and commit a crime just to go to prison so they can have somewhere to sleep, have 3 hots in a cot, and get themselves back in shape and get their health together. So you don't tell me, nigga. Stop. You can't run that game on me. Oh, jail, 18 years. That shit was a cakewalk. Easy work. Wake up, go to sleep, nigga. You know the real hooligans, you know the real gangsters is the real men that's out here in the world. The real gangsters is the family man. The motherfucking head of the family. That's the real one. Those is the ones you need to be celebrating. You niggas want to go to prison? Take your ass to jail and find Muhammad. Get your goddamn ass in there and go find the Shiite Muslim and get your prayer rug, nigga. Start baking bean pies. Shalaikum shalom. Yeah, do that. Pray to the east 5 times a day, nigga. Yo, man, jail. Man, get your shit. You know how easy it is? These niggas keep the lights on. You niggas watching the Super. Yo, these boys be in jail watching the Super Bowl. These dudes be in jail. They can't wait for football season. Every Saturday, every Thursday, every Sunday, them niggas is in prison watching and gambling and playing goddamn chess and playing tonk and playing spades and watching football. You ever been to prison? You ever been to jail? The TV is on 24 hours a day. The lights are on 20. Who the fuck is paying the light bill? Okay? So miss me with that. It ain't hard. 18 years of somebody taking care of all your responsibilities is a cakewalk. The real men, the real gangsters is the niggas who been out here for 18 years paying bills consistently, paying car notes consistently, paying health insurance consistently, paying dental insurance consistently. Ask your man the last time he been to the dentist. It probably when his ass was in prison. All right? Now, let's get back to your homie Geechi. Right? I want to show y'all this receipt right here of the homie Geechi Gotti surrendering to the police. And we're going to break this down. Let's get it in. Go and talk to the people, Geechi. Look!
Get down on the ground right now! Get down on the ground! I will shoot you! Get your hands in the air! Do not reach for anything, you hear me? Get down on your face. Put your hands behind your back. Put both of your hands behind your back. Lay it on your face. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. Get on your face. Give me cuffs up here, CJ, if you can.
Well, we're going to watch it again. Now, get down on your face, goddamn. I don't give a goddamn if it's comfortable, boy. Yeah. Yeah. Geechi, Zippy. You don't get no goddamn celebration for surrendering to the police. You see how, let me tell you something. This guy, Geechi Gotti, is a nutty block crip. He is a gang member. That means he done drove through other neighborhoods and shot things and did things, and he done criminal activity. But as soon as them white boys come around, he can follow every order at the drop of a dime. Get down on the ground. He got his ass down on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. He put his hands behind his back. Interlock your fingers. He interlocked his finger. Put your face on the ground, nigga. Guess what he did? He put his face on the ground. Put it in the goddamn snow right now, nigga. He put his, yeah. I would have told him, I'm not putting my face in the goddamn. Why I gotta put my face in the snow? I'm already on the ground. I got my hands behind my back, but now you telling me to put my face in the goddamn snow. And guess what Geechi did? He put his face in the snow. Ain't this the same battle rapping, nigga? I shoot you one time in the foot, take the gun, hit you in the head with it. Bring it back, I'm gonna get bread with it. Yeah, big dog status, I get it. My name Geechi Gotti, cause I got the Gottis and I keep the hotties. And when I come through, I'm gonna shoot the Motty and I don't even care. I got coke, dope, and Molly. Yeah, don't they rap like that? Yeah, they talk that talk till them white boys come around. And that's why they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Because I say this. Yeah, Zippy, yeah, all these niggas. They gangster till them white boys come around. You know what? Let's look at this one more time. Let's look at how he chased Geechi ass down like a goddamn hog. He chased Geechi down like an impala. Yeah. On the Sahara Desert. He chased his, you know what? Talk to the people. Look.
Get down on the ground right now! Get down on the ground! I will shoot you! Get your hands in the air! Do not reach for anything, you hear me? Get down.
Now look at Geechi right here. Look at Geechi. Look at his hands now. Yeah, yeah. Goddamn hands is up, nigga. Yeah, you're listening real good. You're listening real good, right? Now, only if you had that same attitude when another black man say, listen, brother, I don't got no problem with you. Listen, brother, can you leave me alone? Listen, I'm just trying to get to the store and get to my family. You ain't got that kind of activity. You ain't got that kind of goddamn act right. But as soon as a white boy with a gun run down on you, oh, you just, yeah, look.
On your face. Put your hands behind your back. Put both of your hands behind your back. Lay it on your face. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. Lay it on your face. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. Behind your back. Lay it on your face. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. Behind your back. Lay it on your face. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. Get on your face.
This is why I don't respect them. Because, you know, you claim to be a soldier, you claim to be a warrior, but when the real opposition come, you laying on your face. In the snow, he told you to lay on your face. And he don't care if it's uncomfortable. And guess what Geechi did? He laid on his goddamn face. Zippy did the same thing. The police told him to put his hands behind his back. And you put your hands behind your back. Okay? Now, I seen the homie AP in the chat, and salute to the homie AP. You know, he says, free Gotti. even though he's fake, free Gotti. I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that saying. And I think that that's one of the things in our community. I don't know if it's just like a cliche, like as soon as we see somebody go to jail or get handcuffed, right, or they get a mug shot, we just say free that man or free him till it's backwards or, free Gotti. Well, I just told you that jail is an easy, easy, easy place for these fake ass thugs and these fake ass hooligans. And we are trained to dislike jail. We have been raised to feel like niggas shouldn't be in jail. But what I'm here to tell you is a lot of the time these same dudes that go to jail, again, they come out Christians and Muslims. So don't you want better for Geechi? Don't you want Geechi to find Allah? Don't you want Geechi Gotti to start baking bean pies? Well, he got to go to prison to learn how to bake bean pies. He got to go to jail to find his kufi and his Muslim garment. Yeah, just like Zippy. Yeah, you niggas go to jail and y'all become religious. Y'all become God-fearing men. So I don't think you need to be, you know what? I think your ass need to go where your ass need to go. Yeah. I don't wish jail on nobody. But if you kicking the jail door down if you want to go to jail, then I'm going, hey, I'm with you. Obviously, you want to go to jail, nigga. You told everybody online that you be robbing Walgreens pharmacies, and then you and your homies went out there and y'all robbed some more. Your ass was asking to go to, you know what? I think you where you belong at. Yeah. I think jail is going to do Geechi Gotti a lot of good. Maybe you could be the first Muslim battle rapper. Maybe you could be the first battle rapper with a kufi saying shalaikum shalom and shalom alaikum. Yeah, you could do that. You could listen to me. Your new name could be Geechi Muhammad, nigga. Yeah. Geechi Muhammad. I didn't come up here to say free Geechi Gotti. Yes, you're going where you belong at. And I would suggest, just like Zippy with the drippy, you get somebody to take you to get your shahada. Take you into that goddamn, take you into that goddamn Muslim hut. Give you a prayer rug, nigga. Show you how to bake bean pies, nigga. So when you come back out to the real world, right, you can have a message for the people. So I'm not saying free Geechi. Yeah, you know what? When you rob goddamn pharmacies, you're probably going to prison. We all know that. See? Why is it all of a sudden we need to be saying free you and we need to be celebrating when you come home? Nah, nigga, you knew what you was doing when you did it. You knew what you was doing when you did that. Okay? So for everybody in the DM asking me about this just what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat the content. I would suggest y'all take that energy that y'all put into these gangs, that y'all put into hooligan activity, and y'all put that shit into some grown man business, man. Get your ass up and go get your CDL license. Go get a plumber's certificate. Go get your electrician certification. Go back to school. Go get some credentials. So you ain't got to rob nobody in between your battles. So you ain't got to rob nobody. You ain't got to commit no crime to go back to prison. I don't wish jail on nobody, but you obviously wanted, you know, it looked like that's where you want to go. Take advantage of your time in prison. You ain't got to pay no bills in prison. You ain't got to go to work in prison. You might go to work for 30 cents a day. You ain't got to pay no light bill, nigga. You ain't got to pay no motherfucking tax, property tax. You ain't got to pay for gas. Go in there and get your goddamn credentials, nigga. Get a barber's license. Yeah, cut hair, nigga. Come out and open up a couple of barber shops or something. But see, again, a dude like Geechi, a dude like Zippy, they try to down talk this kind of game right here. They try to down talk this type of game right here so that y'all could believe that, you know, that shit is what it is until the police run down on you and now your ass got your, yeah, now you surrendering to the police. Now you got your hands behind your back. Is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. I kind of wanted this live stream to be a little bit more structured. I wanted it to be a little bit more structured. But the downloads download how they download. It is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. Geechi Gotti, a household name, battle rapper. Everybody knows him. Could have easily, when it got his CDL license, started a trucking business, a trucking company for all of his gang member friends. Got a plumber's certificate, got an electrician, you know, certification, and started researching and started inquiring on how to start his own business because y'all obviously don't want no jobs. But it's multiple ways to skin a cat. There's 1,000,001 ways to skin a cat. All right? Yeah, man, I just kind of went into my bag with it, but it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. It's a message in the madness. It might feel like there's no direction, but it's a message in the chaos. It's a message in the madness. All right, so it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Last but not least, right? I wanna address this angle. Now, Geechi Gotti is a gang member. He is a self-proclaimed gang member. He is a part of the Nutty Block Crips. I always thought that was a weird name, Nutty. I don't like that. I probably wouldn't have joined a gang with the name Nutty, but whatever, right? And there are hundreds of gang members. He has a gang around him with hundreds of gang members. But as soon as he go to jail, they can't even get $10,000 together for his lawyer. You got Jazz the rapper putting out a GoFundMe so that they can gain $10,000 for a lawyer. And that's one of the angles that I really wanted to make sure I touched on. For all you youngsters out there, for all you men out there, for anybody that's thinking about joining the gang. It was all good just a week ago. It was all good when y'all was getting money out the pharmacies and X, Y, and Z, but where is the money? Where is the lawyer? Where is the safety net? There is none. So now Geechi Gotti mama got to put money up. Now, these same hooligans and same gang members that want sympathy and they want to be celebrated when they get out of prison, now y'all asking tax-paying citizens to not only pay taxes to help provide and support you motherfuckers in prison, but now you asking hard-working grown men to take more of our money and put it into a GoFundMe account so we can help you with a lawyer. Now the same sidewalk niggas, the same lames, the same hard-working men, y'all asking for more help. You need, come on, son. Nasty work. Nasty work. But before you got caught, right, it was, oh, nigga this and oh, nigga that and blah, blah, blah. These niggas talk all that talk, but they want help. They need help. You know, I don't know what's the point of a gang. What is it? What is the point of the gang? For you to have dudes to protect you? Because ain't no money in it. You niggas ain't never got lawyers. You ain't never got a nest egg. You dudes ain't never got a cushion. You go to jail and now we got to go for me. So you a gang member, robber, criminal, hooligan that got a goddamn GoFundMe? Nah, nah, nah. The only GoFundMe I'm going to support is if one of y'all go to war with the police. If one of y'all go on the other sides of the track and put in some work, I'll invest into your GoFundMe. But as long as y'all destroying the community, as long as y'all poisoning the youngsters, as long as y'all lying and y'all doing the dirty work for the higher ups and the elites, I wouldn't put a goddamn penny in your GoFundMe account. Go to jail where you're going and handle your business. Go wherever you going. I don't wish jail on nobody, but go wherever you going and figure it out. Because guess what we got to do out here in the real world? We got to figure it out. If we ain't making enough money, we got to figure out how to make more money. If shit get real, we got to figure out how to make it. Maybe I should put up a goddamn GoFundMe account. Yeah, maybe I should just go. Grown Man Business TV. It's a GoFundMe account. We want $100,000 in there. You know, everybody donate. Nah, homie. Nah. And why are you going so hard on this brother? Because this is what has to happen. These are the type of demonstrations that need to be demonstrated. These youngsters need to know that, homie, it ain't gonna be that easy. When your ass go to prison for robbing Walgreens, it ain't gonna be that easy. It ain't gonna be that easy to just get a lawyer. Yeah, they gonna throw your ass under the jail. And guess what? Your girl, she gonna be out here popping, yeah, pop locking and dropping it. It's Valentine's Day. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. What you thought she was doing? Pop locking and dropping it. So everybody all in they Twitter spaces and all that, yo, free Gotti, free the bro. That's enabling niggas. That's making niggas think that shit sweet. Y'all remember that uncle that'll whoop your ass? Y'all remember that uncle that always told you the truth? That's what Grown Man Business TV is. I'm the uncle that's gonna tell you, hey, bro, don't do that. Don't even go out there. You got a better chance of going and get some credentials, my G, and getting some money that way. Don't go out there to Ohio with them dudes, because when you go to jail, guess what they gonna do? They gonna be in your baby mama DM. When they find out you get 25 years to life, they gonna be trying to fuck your girl and all that. Don't even, it ain't even worth it. How about this, man? I got a homie. He has a trucking company. Go get your CDL license. I could get you a job ASAP. In between your battles, work, my G. Stack your money up. Figure out how you can get money off your image, off your likeness. And then you ain't got to work no more. You could work for yourself. You would have made more money doing that than 3,000 pills, my G, that you got to split amongst 4 or 5 niggas. And you got to give some to the gang because y'all know y'all getting extorted. Y'all got to give some to the big homies and all that. What we talking about? What we talking about? That's where I'm here, man. All right, so like I said, man, a clean 60 minutes of power. We ain't staying long. This was just a clean in and out. I just wanted to get that out there. We going live again tonight at 11. Y'all make sure y'all notification bells. We gonna talk about DJ Vlad, Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, Rock Nation, Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. Nasty work was going on, and I don't see nobody connecting the dots the way the dots need to be connected. Yo, that shit with Vlad is nasty work. And nobody really connecting the dots. You know, I saw DJ Vlad, he was talking to DJ Act. These are two men that have never DJ'd a party in their life, but both of them have DJ on their name. And Vlad was basically saying that it was all for show. It was all a stunt. It was all to get the internet, set the YouTube streets on fire, break the internet. You know what I'm saying? He those were all lies. He made all that stuff up, right? And maybe he did. But you got to know something, man. Them little hat people don't do nothing for no reason. Them little hat people don't make a move on the chessboard for no reason. So we're gonna talk about this because nobody is connecting the dots. And I love that. DJ Vladimir to me is not a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? He's not a culture vulture, he's an opportunist. You understand what I'm saying? And two things could be right at the same time, but he's an opportunist and he is a weapon formed against the urban community. He is a weapon formed against and working for the higher ups and the elites. His name is Vladimir. Vladimir. This nigga name is not Vlad. His name is DJ Vladimir. His name is Vladimir. He working for them people. Okay, so a culture vulture to me is like Vanilla Ice. Y'all remember Vanilla Ice? Ice, ice, baby, too cold, too cold. Like he was emulating the culture to reap benefits and monetize and capitalize off the culture. I don't see DJ Vlad as a culture vulture, maybe a culture vampire. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe a culture vampire, an opportunist. He is a person that will suck the blood from the culture. But I don't think he's a vulture, a vampire, an opportunist. And this situation with Jay-Z was an opportunity. It was an opportunity used, but most people don't really understand why that opportunity was used. And I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to get into that tonight. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, Wisdom B, I see you in the chat. What it do, my G? We're going to talk about that tonight. Geechi Gotti, man, look. This is a part of the game. Being a gang member, committing crimes, being a hooligan, jail is a part of the shit. I don't know where y'all came up at or who raised y'all. I don't know who told y'all that, when did criminals and thugs and hooligans and gang members, when did y'all forget that jail is a part of this? When did hood niggas and gang members stop wanting to go to jail? This is a part of the game. Yeah, you shoot somebody in the back of the head, nigga, you're supposed to do a lot of time. I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. You robbing, you're stealing, you're killing, you gang banging, jail come with it. So all the motherfucking free Gotti and all the crying and all that, miss me with that, man. Stand on that business. Stand on that business. When that police officer ran down, you supposed to say, man, it's nutty block crip, nigga. That's what you supposed to say. Get down! Nigga, this is nutty block crip. I ain't putting my face on the dead homies. I ain't putting my face in that snow. On the dead homies. That's what you supposed to do. On nutty block crip, I ain't putting my face. I ain't putting my face in the snow. On the dead homies. But when them white boys come around, it's yes, sir. And it's no, sir. Yeah. Them crackers come around, you niggas get real polite. You niggas get real polite and y'all get real, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, real respectful with it. You motherfucker get to talking proper English and everything. Yes, sir. I have my hands over my head. Yes, sir. I'm doing what you asked. I mean, proper English. You ain't even have a accent. We ain't know where you was from, nigga. We thought you was from England when you started talking. Yes, sir. Yes, I put my hands over my head, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I have my hands over my head. We ain't here to we ain't here one dead homies, nutty block crib, none of that. Own hood, you ain't said own hood. We need to, I'm gonna tell you something respectfully. And I'm gonna make sure I say this the right way. The kryptonite for you hooligans is the police. I don't like the police. I'm not with the establishment. But the one thing that I do realize and recognize is that when the police come around, you niggas is real nice. And I don't want y'all to think that that's how it's supposed to be, right? Let me give y'all some context. Back in the day, we had cowboys, right? Back when the cowboys were prevalent on American soil, you had the cowboys riding horses and, they were roaming around America, right? When they used to encounter the police or the sheriff, they used to get into gunfights with the police and the sheriff. The majority of the cowboys didn't go to jail. They either smoked the police or the police smoked them. But it wasn't their first thought wasn't to put their hands behind their back. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you some context. The cowboys that Zippy talks about, the outlaws that Zip always refers to, those men, those shooters, their first thought was never to surrender. When the sheriff came around, them niggas jumped behind rocks and they got to doing their thing with it. They never turned around and just put their hands behind their back. That's how it's supposed to be. That's the blueprint. You hooligans, thugs, and gang members, y'all forgot that part right there. Y'all ain't supposed, you don't get no respect from fellow cowboys and fellow outlaws when they found out that the sheriff ran down on y'all at the saloon and you turned around and put your hands behind your back and you ain't bust one shot off. You ain't do nothing. You surrendered. You are no longer a hooligan. You are no longer an outlaw. You are now the talk of the town, nigga. So Zippy, Geechi, and everybody like that need to be exposed for who they are, the cowards that they are. You's a motherfucking coward if the police run down on you like that and you put your face in the goddamn snow. You are a coward if the police run down on you like that and you easily turn around and surrender with your hands behind your back. You are a coward. You are not a hooligan. You are not a thug, and you are not one of them. You are an absolute coward. Yo, we went to prison and I did 18 years and I survived a living hell. Well, you surrendered. That's why you went to prison. Nobody forced you to go to jail, nigga. Nobody forced them handcuffs on you. You surrendered. You allowed and gave the police, you gave them the confirmation that they could put the handcuffs on you. It's like when a police officer say, yo, can we search a car? And you give confirmation, you give consent. When you turn around and you put your hands behind your back, you give the police consent to put handcuffs on you. So you allowed yourself to go. You could have went to war like the outlaws and the cowboys did. Yeah, you could have went to war, nigga. You could have got in a shootout. So don't let these dudes fool you. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them create this bravado like, yo, I went to jail. Nigga, you wasn't supposed to do that. And I'm going to close with this. Look at Zippy's uncle and his dad. Look what they did. They went to war with the police. They was throwing grenades at the police. They was getting shot and shooting at the police. That's what I'm talking about. Zippy didn't do that. Zippy's uncle went to war with the police. His uncle threw grenades at the police. His daddy threw grenades and went to war with the police. Those is the real gangsters and hooligans. Those is the outlaws. Niggas like Zippy and Geechi Gotti, them niggas is cowards. Let me tell you something. I bet you Blue Boy would have never put a knife on his daddy's cell. I bet you he would have never did that. I bet you Blue Boy would have never put a knife on Zippy's uncle's cell. I bet you he would have never did that. He would have never even thought of it. Because guess what? Them niggas would have took that knife. Yeah, no. Dudes that'll take the police to war, in my book, that's gangster. That's what y'all here for. The outlaws went to war with the sheriffs. It's cops and robbers. It's Indians and cowboys. I mean, sheriffs versus the cowboys. Your real opposition, look. This is your real opposition right here.
Get down on the ground right now! Get down on the ground! I will shoot you! Get your hands in the air! Do not reach for anything, you hear me? Get down on your face. Put your hands behind your back. Put both of your hands behind your back. Lay it on your face. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. Get on your face.
He got Geechi Gotti on his face, nigga. Yo, you know what I mean? This nigga told him to lay on his face. Put his face in the dirt, nigga. You know we use nigga on Nutty Block Crip. I ain't putting my face down here. Is what it is, nigga. I'm not putting my face in the dirt, nigga. On Pyru, on Nutty Block Crip, nigga. On the dead homies, I ain't putting my face in the dirt in the snow, nigga. I ain't doing that. On Nutty Block Crip. Yeah. All right, big salute to the chat, man. Let me see where we at with this. We going live again tonight, man. I'm going to recharge my battery for a couple of hours. I gotta go to the chiropractor tomorrow. And it's gonna be, it's gonna be a start of a long journey, man. So I'm gonna charge up my battery, and we gonna go live tonight. You know what I'm saying? I really suggest that y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure y'all in tune, make sure y'all notification bells are ringing. We gon' get into this with, we gonna turn this up. Jay-Z, DJ Vlad, Tory Lanez, the higher ups and the elites. Y'all don't see what's happening. It's a beautiful thing. And I ain't gonna lie, right? I'm just thankful to have a platform built from the ground up where I can address these things. This right here was fun. You know what I mean? We got to bait the algorithm. Well over 30,000 people in and out the chat. But tonight, we going up. We shooting for another 50, 60 ball for sure. All right? Big salute to the chat. Ja Rule G Unit. Hey, yo, I just edited a pre-recorded video. I think I'm gonna drop it as soon as I get out of this live stream. I'm gonna upload it. And then we gonna go live tonight for sure. But yeah, 50 Cent stole Ja Rule's whole style. He took his whole style. And nobody said nothing about it. All right, so yeah, salute Breezy Santana. See you in the chat. Big salute. We going live tonight, man. Late night live stream. Make sure y'all notification bells are ringing so y'all could be in the chat, in the building. We about to do some exposing tonight, all right? So, Geechi Gotti, man, look, I'm sending positive energy your way, Geechi, and I know, I know that it's gonna sound and it's gonna feel a little harsh, but take it for what it is. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna do some time, A lot of the times when y'all go to prison, y'all come out Shiite Muslims and all that. Shalaikum shalom, the shalom shalaikum and all that. You know what I'm saying? Use your time wisely if that's what it's gonna be. Stand on business, you know what I mean? Um, but this has to be said, man. What's the solution? Get a fucking job. Get some credentials. Create a business. Sell merch. Do whatever you gotta do that you ain't gotta go back to prison. That is one thing that I do salute Zippy on. That's one thing I salute Zip with the drip. I salute him on that. You know what I'm saying? When you get out of prison or you get out of jail, nigga, ain't no celebration. Get on your grind. Figure out a lane where you can get some legal money and get your money. You like to smoke weed? Well, get with Loud Nose. Start selling Loud Nose packs. You got hats and shirts, sell that. You got music, sell that. Build your platform so now you can get on Netflix. You know, do this shit so you ain't got to go back to prison. But don't go back to prison and get to crying about sympathy and, you know, celebrations. That ain't how it work. So I salute Zip on that. Love how that man is doing his thing and getting his money. But we ain't celebrating no niggas coming home from prison, nigga. You come home from prison, nigga. Yeah, keep quiet, man. Stay out the way. Keep your mouth closed and figure a way to get your money. Don't ask nobody for nothing. Get your weight up. With that being said, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap in to this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick, into the bottles. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game straight raw, my G. Pure dope. Pure dope. Yeah, baked bean pies, nigga. Sell bean pies. You're probably gonna be a Muslim. Your new name probably gonna be Geechi Muhammad when you get out of prison. So how about you perfect your bean pie batter? Yeah, get your batter, your bean pies, get it right. Come out here and sell Geechi Gotti bean pies, nigga, and make some money. I'll order 4 to 5 of them bean pies straight off your website. Geechi Gotti Muhammad bean pies. I will do it. I will order. Make sure they taste like sweet potato pie, and I'll order bean pie after bean pie after bean pie. Geechi Muhammad's bean pies, yeah. Yeah. I buy the bean pies, nigga. I like a bean pie. I like a good bean pie that got cinnamon in it. Put a little extra cinnamon in them bean pies. And you're going to learn how to make bean pies when you go to prison. Yeah, you're going to, Geechi, you're going to prison, Geechi. Don't talk. Don't go in the interrogation room. Don't say nothing. It ain't going to save you. You're going to prison, nigga. All right? I meant to throw that in there. Don't say nothing. We seen the video. We seen what happened. They taking your ass to prison, Geechi. Don't you say a word to nobody. Don't tell. Close your mouth. Do your time, nigga. Don't tell on nobody. Listen to me. You ain't getting out, Geechi. Geechi, you ain't getting out, Geechi. You ain't got no bail. They gonna put your ass in prison. When you go to prison, nigga, don't talk to nobody. You're going to jail. You're going to prison. Respectfully, there ain't no way around this. I don't care how they talk about it. Yeah, going to prison. Ain't nah, nigga, you going to jail, nigga. You going to prison. Respectfully. Them people got you. Don't talk. Don't tell on nobody. Get your goddamn bean pie game up. Whip up your bean pies, nigga. By the time you get out, you should. Let me tell you something, Geechi. Geechi, listen to me. I know you heard me. By the time you get out of prison, nigga, your bean pie should be perfection. Oh, it should be a splice between bean pie and sweet potato pie. Beans, pies, and sweet potato pie, and you mix it right. Oh, I would order I would order bean pie after bean pie. I support your Muslims. Now I get your bean pies, nigga. I get to ordering bean pies, nigga. Put a little sweet potato pie in there. Little cinnamon. Little nutmeg. Yeah, put some nutmeg in your bean pies, nigga. And get that motherfucker tasting just like sweet potato. Grandmama's sweet potato pies. Geechi Muhammad sweet potato pies, nigga. You can make money off of that. See how I gave you that idea right there? Stop robbing people. Stop running in goddamn Walgreens, nigga. Stop robbing pharmacies. Yeah, I just don't respect jail niggas. Yeah, I ain't got nothing against Zippy. I just don't respect jail niggas. When you went to jail, you surrendered to the police, nigga. When you went to jail, you chose to go to jail. When you went to jail, you allowed the police to put handcuffs on you. You didn't shoot the police. You didn't go to, but you destroy your community. You shoot a nigga in your community, but then when the police come, you know, it's yes sir, no sir. I don't respect no jail niggas. Yes, went to prison for 18 years. Well, then it is what it is, nigga. Is what it is. Hey, if you mind your business and you work out, time fly. But you're in there smoking K2, you're doing this, you're doing that. That's your business. That's your problem. Jail is a cakewalk. Nigga feeding your ass at 6 in the morning, then they feeding your ass again at 12 in the evening, then they feeding your ass again at 4 in the afternoon. Nigga, you done ate 3 times. You know how many people out here ain't ate once today? You know how many people out here is living off of 4 wings and rice, nigga? Shrimp fried rice, rib tips, huh? Yeah, I got respect for the homie. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing about grown man business, right? This is why I always say this. Grown men are not going to agree on everything, but we definitely are going to agree on some things. I don't agree with everything Zip say. That's it. But I don't disagree with everything he say neither. You know what I mean? And I salute. I'm not celebrating a nigga getting out of jail, but you know what I will celebrate? A nigga not going back to jail. See, this is that grown man business. This is that grown man talk that a lot of y'all ain't used to. I will never celebrate a nigga coming home from prison. But guess what I will celebrate? I will celebrate a nigga not going back to prison. And that's where I can rock with Zip. I know how easy it is for him to probably go back into the streets and put himself in danger and put himself in jeopardy of going back to prison. Well, guess what? I celebrate the fact that Zip been home over 5 years and he ain't went back to prison yet. I celebrate that. I salute that. That's what I salute. A nigga doing 18 years, nigga, that shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing. You get no reaction out of me for doing 18 years, but being free for 5 years and not going back, that's it right there. That's where you gain my respect at. See how that work? Yeah, that man been home over 5 years. He done made himself a platform. He done made his way through these YouTube streets. He done made his way to Netflix. He done got next to Mav Hoffa. He done got next to Ghostface. He got motion in New York City. I respect that. I respect the 5 years that Zip been home way more than I respect the 18 years that Zippy was in prison. Okay, so salute to that man Zip. You never heard it that way. You never heard it. You never heard it that way before, have you? That's why you over here. That's why this channel is what it is. Don't come to me telling me about the time you did, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Tell me about the time you spent out here and you ain't been back. Oh, I've been out for 5 years. I've been out for 10 years. I've been out for 8 years. Salute to that. Let's have a shot to that. I'm gonna take a shot with you to that. I'm gonna take a shot for the 5 years you've been home. I don't want to hear about the 18 you was in prison. Grown man business. All right? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan and you know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in.